these.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to The Spin. It is Friday morning. It's been an interesting 24 hours, unfortunately.
Pretty uneventful.
Jesus, Pedro.
Everybody brace yourself. Pedro's got a great way of dealing with passings.
I don't deal well with grief, so I compartmentalize it and make inappropriate jokes.
We the last 24 hours have been pretty rough around here. But, I think after discussions yesterday, I think athletes in general have made the decision to move forward with competing. I know there was a lot of talk about that in discussion, and ultimately, I think majority have elected to compete and honor Lazar that way by continuing to compete. So,
and then we do have news just from their post on Instagram is where we're getting this from. That Karin Freyova, Laura Horvath, and the Jamie Green's team. Do you know
CrossFit Walleye
Orca?
CrossFit Orca, that team, they have withdrawn from the competition according to their Instagram post. Again, Laura Horvath, Karin Freyova, they. If you want to get more information on that, go to their Instagram post, and they kind of say why that post is just a repeated post, right? They all posted the same thing, and they have withdrawn from the competition.
Yeah, let me pull up Laura Horvath. She just posted here.
Yeah, can you pull it up on the screen?
Pedro, you wanted a Jocko. Which kind do you want?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. The one in my hand.
Tyler, I'm trying to talk about these withdrawals, not Jocko.
Face the logo to the screen.
Good. Goodness, guys.
So, Laura Horvath this morning.
You want to read it?
I would like to read it. See if I can't
zoom it in.
Here, I can read it if your old eyes can't.
In the aftermath of great tragedy, it is difficult to think of anything other than the grief being experienced by Lazar's family and the community as a whole. Each athlete, coach, fan, and spectator will deal with this grief and honor Lazar in a way they feel appropriate. We have decided that for us, continuing to compete in the 2024 CrossFit Games does not honor Lazar in the way we wish. We have engaged with CrossFit, and the alternative paths put forward for competition this year did not align with our personal views. We may in time share more, but for now, as a community, it's time to support each other. That was a
rest in peace, Lazar.
That was a collaborative post with Jamie Simmons, her husband Elliot, Laura, and Christoph, her brother. Also, sorry, Christoph.
And I just want to say, I don't think anybody should be saying any mean comments to them on those posts, or saying like why, or it's disrespectful, or everybody's going to grieve in a different way. This is what they feel is best. I think everybody should respect that. Even like people amongst the locker room, I think we should respect that everybody wants to do it differently. We obviously feel a certain way. Other people feel other type of way. I think everybody should just grieve in their own way, and we can celebrate Lazar together.
They were closer, right? Laura and all them.
I know Karin was very good friends with Lazar.
Yeah.
So the question is anybody else withdrawn? At this point, the only other athlete that we do know
is Karin Freyova.
Karin Freyova has withdrawn. If you did watch the tribute honoring Lazar this morning, several athletes did walk out in black shirts without a CrossFit logo.
They also stood where, like, when you're looking where everyone was standing, it was like there's no way they were supposed to stand there.
So, I mean, the four that we mentioned all walked out without CrossFit on their shirt.
Yeah, they all did not, just a black shirt.
Along with Emma Tall also did that. So I've not seen if she's made a comment or if she will compete. But Gabby Magala did have a CrossFit shirt on. I know Ariel Lowen was one that was mentioned walking out of the meeting yesterday afternoon. I did not see her.
I didn't see her.
She wasn't even there. Or you
Well,
just
we
didn't
don't
see
know.
her?
I didn't
Okay.
We
see,
didn't see
we
her.
didn't see her. I mean, they were all packed up.
Yeah, it was
I
hard.
didn't see everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't see Hopper either.
I
I know
will
he's still
say
in.
He's a giant. So.
Dave Schrenke and Emma Tall were particularly close to the immediate aftermath of it, so I wouldn't be surprised if she might be more psychologically affected than other people
I
might.
can see that, yeah.
So at this point, we don't know much else other than
No.
that, other than
Right.
other than Laura.
We'll know at whatever 10 past.
Are we
midnight.
are we allowed to say?
Yeah, I'd say so.
You want to talk about the event change?
Yeah. So I mean, I think everybody look. It's a tough situation. I don't think anybody has the right, exact, perfect answer. So at the end of the day, I mean, we're never going to forget Lazar. We're not going to forget yesterday.
It'll be talked about a lot in the coming weeks,
Yeah.
probably with a different tone. But I think for now, the competition's going on. The athletes want to continue, so we
Yeah.
continue.
And
Yeah,
so
I
and
wanna-
in the meeting, and I think it's a good time to say that. So there was a media meeting where Dave addressed the media and addressed how that stuff was handled with the athletes, and basically they sent out surveys, and 80% of the athletes wanted to continue with the competition. And to crown the fittest man and woman on earth, it was 80% of athletes in that survey, and that ultimately led to their decision to go on with the competition. He said there would be tweaks made to events, some small tweaks, some big tweaks, to create a balanced test, to make the test a balanced test of fitness, since we had to do away with the event 2 and 3.
Sure.
We know what some of those are, and we'll talk about it. We don't know what the whole rest of the competition will look like. But as far as some of the small tweaks, do you want to talk about the?
Well, let me say something before we move on. So I just want to get this bit of news out before. So I see there's some questions in the chat. So we're going to give the $10,000 to Lazar's family from the Heat 1 prize. Does not mean that Heat 1's closing down. And like the topic I want to get to is that like we need to continue to move forward. I want to continue to have fun with the games, and I think Lazar would have wanted us to enjoy it as much as possible. So yeah, if you're in there, continue to play. I wish we could offer you more, but I really, really want to support Lazar's family in the best way that we can, and it's really almost the only way that we can support them.
Yeah,
So the Proven League is still open. You can still win money there if you want to win money, but we would really appreciate it if you continued to play. But
thank you, Tyler.
Yeah.
I will be donating my Heat 1 money that I've
That you
won
would've won.
to the Lazar Foundation. That's basically what Tyler's trying to say, and I'm for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'm not looking for kudos. It's just what should be done. At
No,
this
I'm fist
point,
bumping you
so.
that I'm donating that.
Oh,
money.
okay.
Yeah.
The de facto winner.
Yeah, the de facto.
Did you pick either winner in the swim event?
You want to talk about who?
No one picked yellow, or maybe 2%.
My mom
yellow.
picked yellow, believe it or not.
Wow,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Also,
We should have her on here.
Yeah, we-
Maybe instead of Tyler.
let's bring up a cheery moment. I met Mr. Larry Young and what's your mom's name, Shelly? Shelly Young this morning. First off, John Young's dad is a giant. This was not discussed ever before. I was like, oh, so John makes a lot of sense now. It's like you were packaged. It took his body and then shrunk it down
And
just a little
Just
bit.
packaged it. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know what happened to me. I was supposed to be great.
It's funny how quiet John's dad is, and then
Yeah.
your mom's really lively. So
Yeah.
I think it was just really interesting meeting them.
He
So.
took one of their characteristics each:
Nice.
size and talkativeness.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So.
Yep. So again, look, we're not forgetting about Lazar, but we are going to focus on the competition moving forward, and do our best to kind of, go that direction, and try to be as lighthearted as we can in this situation. So let's talk about the events and what we have going on the rest of the competition. So. Event, I guess 4. I'm still just basically saying event 4, 2 and 3 have been canceled.
I'm so glad that they named these events now.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
made things a lot easier.
So what's happening right now? Teams are starting right now. and individuals will be taking the floor at 12:20, so it's 2 hours after the fact. The rest of the day is going to be compressed, such that they start at Farrington Field tonight, still at the 8 o'clock time frame to match with the ESPN and things like that. So some of the breaks that we were expecting have been kind of eliminated. And then midline climb, the long down and back chipper.
So what time does midline climb start?
12:20.
12:20
Okay.
individuals take the floor.
Central time.
Yes.
Correct.
So in this case, they've reduced it from 5 rope climbs to 3. And I don't know if this was originally part of the plan or not, but the middle rope climbs, in between the GHD sit-ups, it's on the Zeus rig. The other 2 are actually on the triangle rigs that
It's taller.
that would be used for Amanda 45, and the taller Zeus rope climbs. What we've been informed and told is that it will be start from a seated position.
And you're allowed to clamp. It's not seated the whole way. It just starts seated, and then you can clamp whenever you can.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you could just rock back, clamp, and then go from there.
It's harder than you
I think it's a few pulls.
A few pulls in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
and
probably a
basically-
rope
It's like
line.
a 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and then clamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do have a crash pad underneath those, which is the taller rope climb, and then the 2 shorter ones on the triangle ones.
Right.
So that will be happening again 12:20 p.m. We will have our watch party throughout, so stay with us. This show will transition straight into that. Event 5 this afternoon, Firestorm, 3 rounds for time, 15 or 11 calories on the Echo Bike, followed by 11 burpees.
For the men and 15 for the women.
Yes.
Has anyone had eyes on the barricade?
He ate that up. No, we don't know what the barricade looks like.
No.
And I hope it's like
The wall
The
from
wall.
the snatch
from the Rich
GHG.
Froning.
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah.
I mean, the
like
wooden structure or whatever. The
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
we're 2 different events, but same thing.
Same.
The 2010 where Rich finished the event, nobody else did.
Right,
that wall
right,
with
yeah.
the rope. I'm
Oh,
hoping,
that's the big wall.
I want it to be something like that, where it's like it's actually true fitness. It's not just who can do the machine the fastest.
Well, there was a rope on that barricade in 2010.
There was. No, yours is probably better than one you're talking about.
Yeah, the snatch,
2014.
Medball GHD,
where it
burpee
was a
thing.
sprint, but
Yeah.
you had to do a muscle up to get over.
Yeah.
That's probably a better one. And 11's kind of a lot. I do think that's going to play a huge role.
I almost died doing a burpees over like a 40-inch box with Taylor once. That it's way harder doing over something like a wall.
It's just longer.
It's so much longer,
Yeah.
and your body time under tension increases so much.
Yeah. I like those because you don't have to go as fast.
So that's the first sprinty event
I
that we've
really
had.
don't think it's very sprinty. I think it's going to be like 6 minutes, and that's not
under
when you
a
have
10
3
minute.
rounds of 15 cal bike. Like that sounds like a sprint,
Right.
but I bet you those 11 burpees take longer than the bike,
Yeah.
and it's an elongated sprint,
Right.
which is not like it's a different system.
So double big guy workouts, bigger athlete workouts. The first 2.
I don't think the 4th event's a big guy workout.
The track and field or the first.
No, the event 4.
event midline.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's a big. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
midline
I
climb.
don't know what
I don't think
event
that's a
is.
big guy workout. I think it's just a straight pulling capacity. Fikowski will be very good at it, but I don't think it's a. I think Justin Medeiros and Vellner
Right.
are going to be the ones. Honestly, with the seated legless, I'm going to pick Medeiros for this workout.
Yeah, because the rope climb. You think the
and
rope
they
climbs are
did
going to be the
less
biggest
volume,
separator.
and the GHDs are the same volume.
Yeah.
And then you have to start legless, which Medeiros is very great at. That takes Vellner's rope climb speed out of it a little bit. And
Where?
And I think Medeiros. I have Justin Medeiros winning that event.
Okay. What about on the female end?
Female end, I would say Emma Tall
I was
if
thinking
she's competing.
Alex.
Alex will be very good at this one, but Emma Tall's really good at GHDs too.
Okay.
And Alex is a great one.
Yeah.
I would pick Alex or Emma Tall. But with my Heat 1, Alex is in Justin Medeiros' region,
Yeah.
and I'm going to pick Justin Medeiros. You see what I'm saying? I don't think it's a given Alex
Right.
wins this.
Right.
And but Alex will be top 3. Alex is a great pick. I have Emma Tall.
Hang on, guys.
We got updates.
I don't I don't know where this is coming from. I see a lot of the chats. Tia is out. I don't see anything anywhere.
It's not on her page, not on Proven's page, not on the game's page.
Hold on, let me text her.
Not on Shane Orr's page.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So
where is the chat getting
Yes.
that information?
Say
Because
where you found it.
I don't think.
because it's not anywhere.
No.
No. Unless you happen to be standing beside
I think
her when she
somebody's
said it.
just in the comments trying to
Yeah,
stir
I
up
think somebody's
stuff.
trolling right now.
You turds.
So, yeah. At this point, all we do know right now is that Laura Horvath has withdrawn. CrossFit Walleye Orca has withdrawn, so
yeah.
that's Jamie Simmons' team. And then Karen Freyova on the women's side.
I just think it's funny that Dick Butter is the person calling out trolling.
That is true.
Your entire name is a troll.
Yeah.
'Cause I did meet Mr. McCockiner.
Oh,
today.
yeah.
Yeah, he
And
doesn't look
did he
like
have
what
it
I
in her?
thought I would. Yeah.
Huh?
No.
Did he have it in her?
No.
No,
Just
he's
permanent
not.
in her.
Just straight up Barry.
Extra Sloppy's here. Mrs. Sloppy is also here. Met
Yeah.
them last. I've
I
known
would
them
not
for a
want
while,
to be
but
introduced as Miss Sloppy.
Miss Sloppy.
I don't think I want to meet any of them because I think it would ruin the image I have
mystique.
of them in my head.
Yeah. It's fun. The first time I met Mrs. Slop, she went, I'm
Stop it.
she went, I'm Mrs. Slop.
So yeah, that is all we know. We'll see if we can get any more information. And then the last event.
Well, here for the women's
Yeah.
side, who do you think would be a good one for the? I mean, if we want to go
For the
event
bike
5,
sprint?
Event 5, I'm gonna pick Hopper. Athletic over the barrier.
Wait, you said
and
women
fast.
and then you pick Hopper?
Well, no, we didn't pick
Well,
a winner for that. one,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying.
okay.
And then the women, ironically, I mean, I think Alex is going to be really good at that event.
I think for the wall, I'm going to lean towards a bigger athlete as well as the bike. I like somebody like Dallin, but I think you would probably need to move a little faster than Dallin will
I
on
would
the
pick
burpees.
Dallin if the burpees weren't over a barricade.
Why? What's the barricade change for you on Dallin?
I think Hopper is the Rogue event that Hopper won, where he had to jump over the logs.
Yeah.
I think Hopper's more explosive in that athleticness, and I would pick Dallin if it was 11 burpees over the bar
Sprague.
or burpee box jump overs.
Sprague I think will do
Dude, nobody
really well.
could touch Hopper in jumping over that log in the Rogue. He was so fast. He was
Fair.
faster than everybody.
Fair.
And I think he'll see this as an event that he could win.
Yeah.
And like I originally, in my head, I was like, I'm going to pick Dallin. I haven't picked Dallin for any bike event, and he always wins. Dallin's a freaking horse, and I need to pick Dallin here. Pick
Hey,
Dallin.
Roman.
And then
What about Roman?
Roman's he's got a bit of a vendetta because
I
the
don't-
last time he jumped
yeah,
over something, it didn't go so
I just
well.
think, again, Roman was at Rogue. Hopper was the best one when it came to jumping over something.
Best jumper in the field.
And I think, biking, they're similar enough. Hopper's still freaking great at the machine, even if Roman and Dallin are better. And I put him in the same tier. I'd say Dallin's first. Hopper was. I think that's going to make the difference. You know, they're seconds apart on 15 cal sprints. It's not like me and Tyler where I have a 30-second advantage on a 15 cal sprint.
Maybe 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fast one.
Female, who did you say?
Alex Kazan.
Guzan. I don't hate that. I'm struggling to find another, especially with Laura being out.
I
I'm
would
gonna
pick
go with
Laura.
Tia. I'm gonna go with Tia on that one.
Tia.
I think the reason I'd pick Alex is because if the cuts are still coming, she really needs
She
does.
well, she's about to do great in event 4 too.
I know, but she
Yeah.
still needs more than that.
No, she-
Actually, that's a good point
Yeah.
because now she has less time to make up all that gap.
100%.
And how good is she at running 1600? You know what I
Not
mean?
as well. She wasn't good at running 3.5, so I don't think she's going to be great at.
So
Right.
these
Yeah.
next two are vital for her then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs to get above it, and she needs to create a
Guys,
buffer.
what the hell? We haven't thought or talked about that. Like if Alex doesn't make the cut because
She
of
will.
that.
She will. She'll
will.
make the cut on this event
we'll,
alone.
We'll get to that here in a second. We'll look at the
It's the
leaderboard.
first
All
cut. You only have to beat the top 30. Okay, she's got to beat DeJuan Young.
Yeah, but then she has to move up She has to move up another 10 spots.
Right, but then you have the
two
clean
events.
ladder also, which is also going to kill. She's got 3 events she's going to murder, and it's not like she's last place in the run or the field carry. Like she's still one of the fittest women in the world.
This is
Yeah,
Tyler?
Peter, tell us about this shirt.
first of all, this
I
is
said, why
Tyler,
is
not
Taylor
Taylor.
wearing-
This is like the 5th time I've got called Taylor. I know
Also-
I'm bald, you assholes, but I'm
Also-
a different person.
The only reason I responded to that comment in the chat was because he said it like 12 times. I was like, all right, it's not Taylor.
Real quick, Tia is not withdrawing. I got word
You got
from
confirmation.
from her camp. Is she withdrawing? The answer was absolutely not.
And I think it's a little insensitive to say somebody's withdrawing when they're not, when people are withdrawing.
Right.
Like you're kind of being you're being a dick.
Why is that rumor being started?
No, somebody just said it in there to make
right,
people
but
freak
it's
out.
not. That's not the only time I've heard it. Like I've heard it in person walking around.
Yeah. All right. Kevin Doyle, who's out? We go again. Laura Horvath is out.
Karin Freyova, and then Jamie Green's team, CrossFit Walleye Orca.
Yep.
We probably need to put that in the little.
So yeah. All right, let's go to track and field again. For the individuals, a 1,600-meter run. At the 12-minute mark, a 50-yard sprint.
And the way this is going to be scored is going to be total points, and then
Do
they
we
rank
know
them.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, like, say if Tia gets first in the 1,600-meter run,
yeah.
and then in the field sprint, say she gets fifth, she has 6 total points. Okay, that's not 6th place, 6 points. And then say Alex Gazan gets 23rd in the 1,600-meter run, and then in the field sprint she gets
so add up to 2 points,
yeah,
and then
that's
rank
29 points, and then they'll rank people accordingly
And then
by
give you
your
that
points, and then
point
that's
total?
your place.
The fewest
So like
points.
second place could be 8 points, and first place could be 6 points. You're going to have points, and honestly, we'll probably do this on the fly on the show, and then I'll probably have a rough sketch on my piece of paper.
Boy, that's going to be
able
tough.
it's going to be, but
So
I've done
stage
this
one,
before, yes.
like your placement is your points. You combine those, and then you go to that is your rank, and then you go to the regular points table.
Correct.
Come over. That's what
the
you're.
two together, and then go to the regular points table.
Okay.
And what we'll probably have is I'll have Spin pull the regular points table up, and then I'll have like maybe a notebook and record as we go.
Awesome. That's going to make it impossible to score on the Heat 1 app. Thank you, CrossFit, for doing that for us.
You might need to tell Adam that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
You got time. Is that fair?
Yeah, we got time to figure it out. We're not going to score it that way at all. Screw that. No, just
Well, I mean, you get a
I'm just
placement.
kidding.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you get a total placement, it shouldn't be hard.
Yeah, we can actually talk about scoring it differently if we want.
I wouldn't.
No, probably not, but we have that ability.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and look at the leaderboard. So let's pull up.
I'm not sure, but I think 2 more teams withdrew as well. I think the program and Butcher's Lab, I think, but I'm not sure. I can't find it written somewhere, but I was told it.
All right. All right. Let's pull up the leaderboard, walk through that. All right. On the men's side, Yellow Hoste, first place. Brent Fikowski, second. Roman Krenikov, third. Ricky Gerard, fourth. Ruan how do you say it, John?
Potgreiter.
Is it German?
No, maybe. It comes off German, but I don't think it's German. He's South
We
African.
met Ruan's father.
Yeah, we met his
So
father.
there's Dutch in South
Yeah,
Africa.
something
Can
like
you
that.
say his name then? You rolled the P.
I know.
The
I've
G.
never rolled a P
How
before.
can you roll a P?
No, it's the G.
That's how he did it.
It's
Like,
the G.
like- No. It starts like that, like Arabic, like
What?
Potgreiter.
Yeah, it
That's
was
how
tough.
he did it,
It
wasn't
was
it?
tough.
Hey, someone in the comments phonetically spell that out for us. Thank you.
Yeah, so he took fifth. John actually has a pair of
South African grips.
handmade.
Rude.
Yeah.
R-U space D-E.
That's
And I'm
cool.
supposed to do as much gymnastics as I can, so that won't be very many. I might give him the Hiller so he can actually wear them out. But
Yeah, clip. Like do a terrible clip where it's like just Hiller, but your face on
R-U-D-E.
top.
Yeah, his dad makes these grips, and he told me just to go to town on them and just see and let him know how they are. So I will update people as far as that
John
goes.
Young's an R&D man now.
I'm gonna do a lot of bar muscle ups.
Yeah, it is not Potgreiter. It's a lot more difficult than that. Saxon Panchik in sixth, James Sprague, BKG in eighth, Chris Ibarra in ninth, Brandon Luckett 10th.
Hey, and that's those 2 events that are canceled. That placement for them, they might make it to the top 20.
Right.
Because I think Chris would have been fine and Amanda. I don't think Brandon would have.
No.
And I don't know what the sledgehammer thing would have been. But
Yeah,
that
who
is a
knows?
great placement for them.
Yeah.
This might be good enough to get them to the top 20 cut. Same for freaking Cole Sager.
Take
Because
it.
he's a good runner.
Let's take a diversion. Do you get credit for Amanda 45 now. I don't think you do anymore.
Ouch.
Yeah, so Spain has called nothing.
I've called, no prediction. Cole Sager, 12th. Jay Crouch, 13th. Luke Parker, 14th.
Good for Luke.
Dallin Pepper in 15th.
Does Guy make the cut?
Well, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Ladies.
Travis Mayer. Tyler's very happy. 16th place. Bruno Marins in 17th.
Not quite top 5.
Luca in 18th. We don't know if Luca is going to compete.
We have no idea.
So, on Henrik.
What Castro said.
Question for you guys. Does Adler make the podium?
Well, we'll get there.
Calm your shit here.
Calm down, John.
Castro was asked in the meeting, is Luca going to compete? And he said he hasn't closed that door. That was all it was.
His exact words, the door has not been closed.
Okay, sorry, John. I'll just go fuck myself.
On Henrik, there was a lot of confusion on Henrik yesterday. His time chip. But there was a lot of rumors, and I want to just dispel if they were rumors, that he was injured or suffered some sort of.
His time chip malfunctioned.
And that's it.
And they found where he came in and then gave him the time. Victor Hoffer is injured.
Right.
Victor withdrew before the event.
So he was in the warm-up area, and there was, at one point, me and Sousa and I, walked past a pipe, and Sousa goes, hey, look, I spotted a leak. And there was like a little sprinkle of water coming out of the pipe. So what happened was Victor was doing loops with everyone else, and he slipped on the trickle of water that was coming down and strained his groin and had to pull out. He got a pull.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it's kind of funny that Sousa is the one that went, oh, look, a leak.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That is, man. So Henrik, his chip timer didn't work. That's, I think, why everybody was kind of concerned because, especially when all that stuff was
when everything was
down,
happening, everyone was like, has anyone seen him? And then
then they didn't, everything shut down yesterday. And so, the leaderboard didn't update until overnight when everything was able to calm down a little bit. He finished 20th, right in front of Jeff Adler. John, we were in the athlete warm-up area yesterday. Jeff was kind of talking about his performance. You want to kind of share a summary of that?
Guys, it might be the fastest 3.5 miles we've ever seen in a CrossFit event. Because he ran a 5:55 for 3.5 miles and proceeded to do an 800-meter swim in 22 minutes or 21.5 minutes. So not the fastest 800 meters.
I met his parents yesterday.
Peaks and troughs.
Yeah, peaks and troughs.
Swings and roundabouts.
He was pretty proud of his run, though, and he should be.
He said it was 30 seconds slower than his 5K PR.
His 5K PR, 3.5 miles.
He said it was very easy for him. He was just kind of cruising.
Just felt great.
And was like, hey, I'm feeling good. I'm just going to keep going. He hit the water, and the first little part of entry was like, whoa, what just happened?
Uh-huh.
And so, he was kind of questioning.
Stop selling the chickens, babe. The shirts. I'm sorry.
John.
My wife keeps selling her crochet and not my shirts, and it's bothering the whole
always a good
fire.
idea.
That is your
shout
fault
into
for
a
buying
microphone.
10,000 shirts
Right.
for Dickies Arena has 9,000.
Surprise.
Crap out of her.
What that shows is people like the chickens and the crochet more than your shirts, John.
Well, people are dumb.
Surprised there'll be a flash sale on Sunday for John's shirts.
Jeff said that in practice he could swim that 800 meters in about 14, 15 minutes, and it ended up taking him 21. So that was not good. Moritz Fiebig, 22nd. Callian Souza, 23rd. Harry Lightfoot, 24th. Sam Kwan, 25th. Peter Ellis, 26th. Sam Cornway, 27th. Aniel Akai, 28th.
There's something really exciting happening next door.
Yeah, they're doing
a blender bottle.
A blender bottle out front. It's kind of an interesting thing.
Kalen Clements, 29th. Cole Grieshaber, 30th. In 31st place, we were expecting a 10th place finish. Austin Hatfield.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Are you okay, John?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was wrong.
Austin's going to be fine. The next 2 events, Austin's going to be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think doing away with these 2 events though really hurt him.
Sure.
He'll make the cuts, but as far as his performance went, he would have been very good at event 2, like Colton was, and then event 3, he would have rocked event 3. That doing away with those 2 events really hurt him. He'll be fine. He'll make the cuts, but I think if those 2 events were in there, he'd finish higher than whatever his finishing placement is. Now, Guy, I cannot say the same.
Yeah. 32nd, Arthur Semenov. 33rd, Pat Vellner. 34th, Guy Malheiros. We'll get to those two guys here in a second. 35th, Alex Carone. 36th, Bailey Martin. 37th, Jack Rosenau.
Dude, and Jack might be in trouble.
So, Pat Vellner, 33rd. Guy, 34th. We have a cut top 30.
They only got to beat 6 people.
They also have only 4 events left.
Right. Vellner will be fine. Vellner's about to win this, or about to be top 3 in this event. Guy, I'm not so sure. Guy needs to have a very good Farrington Field event.
Right.
Because I would not bank on Chad, and I don't think this next event is going to go good for him.
Right.
I don't think he'll be really bad, but I think he'll be like 20 to 25 range. Yeah. Just.
Yeah. It's
looking bad. It's looking bad.
With 2 less events, I mean, how far back can you be? And we'll talk about this on the women's side too, but how far back can you be to actually get into contention, top 10, even podium spot? Like, does Pat even have a chance at that at this point?
Yeah, I mean, there's basically 200 points off the table.
Yeah, I think Pat's looking at more like trying to get to 5th place instead of trying to get to 3rd place like normal. Because, and again, these 200 points, it was an athletic event. Can you adapt to something you hadn't done, which Pat's great at, and then a ring muscle event. Just like Hatfield, same situation for Vellner. Like, it's 200 points. It's probably 180 points.
Yeah, easy, yeah.
That he's missing out on that he would have had, which is enormous. Like, it's not just 2 events that, you're fitter, you'll score more points. It's 2 events he would have been really, really good at.
Yeah.
Imagine if that happened to Guy. What if one of those events was the clean ladder? He's looking at last place. You know what I mean? Because that's what he banks on.
Right.
So, I mean, I think Vellner can still get to top 5. Hatfield, I'm not as confident on as top 10. Adler.
Vellner will climb his usual climb, but it'll be a lot steeper and a lot harder.
Right. And I think he's just going to run out of climb. Like, the top of the mountain will be 5th
cuts
place.
off before he's ready.
Right.
He's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a gap between.
His showing, and we'll see. I just think whatever he ranks on, he's probably a couple spots higher than that.
Yeah.
Like his actual fitness. And Adler, honestly, Adler might be similar. Like, if Adler ends up in 4th place, he would have been good at Amanda. I don't think he would have been good at a sledgehammer. I did see a video of him working that sledge, and it looked like he had never touched it before in his life, which can be expected.
Right.
I wish we would have got to see it.
We talked about that yesterday, how many people actually have used a tire, flipped the tire, used a sledgehammer.
Some people had never been in the same room as a sledgehammer, and it was really obvious.
Yeah.
Like holding it the wrong way, like swinging
Upside
it the wrong
down.
way.
Yeah, dude, Alexander Carone is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen them?
I've seen some pretty embarrassing stuff.
So,
Why don't you just out him there, John?
what? No, it's fine. We're not doing it. It's fine.
So
Jason Hopper looks like an idiot with a mallet. I'm just.
Can I also just say,
Hopper
like,
looked really good.
Yeah, I'm
Hopper
sure he
was
did.
like, I was gonna crush the sledgehammer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay that Amanda's not going on. That's what Hopper said.
Everything that we're saying about all these competitors and what they could do, that's under normal circumstances. So you also have to think about, like, there could be somebody who could potentially do really well at a workout, but just mentally switches off or isn't there,
And we
or isn't
can't
able to
predict
hit.
that.
That's the thing. So everything that we're saying is, on a normal day, here's what we think would happen.
Yeah.
So it's really hard.
Yeah.
Real quick, so somebody asked about why is the stands empty or look not full in Dickies Arena. What I'm hearing is that I don't know if this is an exaggeration, but I know there's a lot. 1,500 people in line for Vendor Village and 4 security lines to get in. It is taking a very long time.
I don't know. They're being so strict about getting in Vendor Village.
It's the same with the stadium.
Yeah.
You can see like a snake line outside.
It's really tricky right now and complicated because
they're not even just.
You leave Dickies Arena to come to Vendor Village. You got to get in security. You leave Vendor Village to go back to Dickey's that you may have already gone through security. You have to re-go through security, especially if you have...
It's because they're two separate buildings. It's not like Madison where you're in the venue, you're in the venue. Plus as well, they're opening your bag and like pushing everything out. You know, the way sometimes they just go, yeah, whatever. But they're literally like, hey, empty your bag for me. So if everyone has a bag,
it is taking a very long time.
Which is hilarious because you don't have to have a ticket to come in here.
Also, I got my bag checked. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Oh, screw it. I got my bag
There's
checked.
a flavor you want?
And they put a tag on my bag. And I was like, oh, so I don't have to get my bag checked again. They were like, no. I was like, cool, I'm going to go to the gun store and come back. It's like, this is so stupid.
Yeah. No, Vendor Village line is crazy right now.
Yeah.
Mel, I want to address this real quick. Morning Chalk Up with an interesting post. Castro said athletes can compete later this weekend as an exhibition.
No,
that's
not
a
what was
little
said.
confusion. I'll clarify
That's
it.
not what was said.
During the discussion yesterday,
At all.
some of the athletes had suggested during, as they were kind of
idea.
brainstorming ideas or kind of throwing out their ideas was just do the events as an exhibition. Some athletes even said, let's share the prize money across the board.
The exhibition and the prize money were linked, though, too.
They probably were.
They were.
That's like when you have a meeting, you say, guys, there's no bad ideas. Someone says that, it's like, accept that, shut the fuck up. Other ideas, please.
And so,
Dude, and Sevon in the meeting was like, I thought that was the funniest part. He goes, thank you for not doing that. And then Dave was like, like he was so annoyed with him.
Yeah, Dave basically said, look, if you want to treat it as an exhibition, that's fine, but we are going.
It is a competition.
CrossFit was built off of competing, going against the clock. We're going to keep it that way. How you proceed and handle the competition, that is your decision.
It's just hilarious. Like, how does, if this is all, like, we're trying to make decisions based on Lazar's passing, how is that benefiting that at all? It's not.
It's the same as the people who said, hey, we should all get invited back to the games next year.
Yeah.
It's like, that seems a little bit self-serving, but okay.
Yeah, while we're all throwing up ideas, I want to make sure that I can come.
Can I just have $1 million?
All right, I want to thank one of our sponsors, Strong Coffee Company. They are right across from us at Vendor Village. Hopefully, Sam Danster will come join us here in a little bit during our watch party. In the meantime, we're going to go give a quick little break for 10 to 30 seconds. Quick little Strong Coffee commercial. We'll be right back with the women's leaderboard.
We too strong, we too on the top of the shelf we belong. We all right, too dead wrong. I heard they need the theme song. Brought the clothes ring, got the job done. We out the park hitting home runs. Y'all too serious, having no fun, no jokes here. We have none, just champions on the podium. And we did it all with no enhancers. We staying strong like Sam Dancer. You got a question, we got the answer. We slanging coffee and stacking commas. We got the gold like Joshua Chama. We efficacious without the drama. That goat coffee like Black Mamba.
There you go. Strong Coffee.
Strong coffee.
You can buy a Yeti Strong Coffee mug and get unlimited coffee all weekend long.
And then you swing right by and come to us.
There's an ice barrel here as well, so if you're getting your unlimited coffee, you could just come and fill up the barrel bit by bit and then take a dump.
We wanted to fill up the ice barrel, but they were going to charge us for it. So unless we see a lot of tips here in the next few minutes, we're going to just let Barkley hang out in the ice barrel, make it look like he's cold. But
Are you cold? Are you cold?
Are you recovered?
Just
Barkley's feeling good.
We need to turn the camera slightly so we can see him.
That's too much work to get it back. That's too much work to get it back.
It's not worth it just for Barkley.
All right, women's leaderboard. As expected, Tia Claire Toomey in first. Bethany Flores, second place.
No one talked about that. That was amazing.
Emily Rolfe in third. Emma Tall, fourth. Gracie Walton
Top
in
5.
fifth. Daisy McDonald,
I think
another
that's
Australian.
the biggest surprise.
Daisy?
McDonald. Yeah.
Haley Adams, seventh. Karen Freyova, who has elected to withdraw, is in eighth. Also electing to withdraw, Laura Horvath in ninth.
So everybody else moves up 2 spots.
Everybody is
So
going
far.
to move up. Yep. Danielle Brandon.
Actually, sorry, there is one thing that Dave said that was actually interesting about people who withdrew. He said, we are leaving the door open for people who withdraw and then later on the weekend decide, I want to come back in and compete. He said, we are allowing them to do that.
So essentially, like,
in theory, Laura could say, I don't want to, like, okay, well, she's probably not going to, but someone else could say, I'm not able for this, and they could not compete today, wake up tomorrow morning and say, you know what, I will do it. And like obviously it will affect the leaderboard thereafter, but they'll be starting at the cut line, so they're kind of screwed anyway. But
No one's gonna do that.
Like, I mean, the
but
only way
it's
that
just
would,
interesting that the door was left open for
That's
it. I mean.
crazy.
the only thing that would happen is if after this event they change their mind. Like,
Yeah.
if for them to get past the cut line.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to change your mind.
After the cut line, they're
Well,
like,
I
you
mean,
know what?
they're 70 points up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it goes down to the top 10. You're like, I changed my mind.
Let's see.
Tia withdrawals. I think I'm going to come back in.
Laura Horvath, 9th. Danielle Brandon, 10th. Paige Semenza, 11th. Gabby Magala, 12th. Maddie Sturt, 13th. Alexis Raptis in 14th. Tyler's podium pick. Jackie Dahlstrom, 15th.
Jackie Dahlstrom also put up a post that made it very gray whether she was continuing or not. Like,
Interesting,
very
really?
Sure, yeah. She was like, I still don't. That was about 25 minutes ago. She's like,
Okay.
I still don't know what I'm
Oh,
doing.
she put it up 25 minutes
Yeah.
ago. Wow.
Yeah. Julia Cato in 16th. Gemma Rader. With a name like Gemma, you have to be a pretty good swimmer. So 17th
One of Tyler's
place.
best calls.
Hattie Canio, 18th. Linda Kiesman, 19th. Ariel Lowen, 20th. Amy Kringle, 21st.
What happened there, John?
What?
Amy Kringle.
Amy Kringle?
Plus or minus.
She's
Peter
a
knows
good-
about European women better than I do.
She's a good swimmer, good runner. There's no chance she's not top 10, right?
Yeah,
Sean?
5th or 6th in that event, John said.
She did underperform. Is what happened.
That's
Amy
it.
Kringle underperformed.
You overestimated.
PC is happy. Sayer Kaya, 22nd. So she's close to breaking that top 20, maybe even 13th place, maybe. For
Yeah,
PC.
I mean, if the people ahead of her drop out, she could be up to 5th.
Emma Lawson.
Holy cow. I'd never think about that. God.
Yeah. Emma Lawson, 23rd. Chloe Govind David.
I mean,
24th.
let's talk about Emma Lawson a little bit
Emma
more.
Lawson.
I think that's a big surprise.
She
Like, you wanna-
is good at running
Yeah.
and good at swimming.
Yeah, if you want to, kind of like Amy Kringle.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, John wasn't wrong.
But no,
If you haven't
as
learned
far
that
as like,
after
as far
these
as like
2
the podium
years.
goes, now listen, Laura withdrew. Like, let's just think about reasonable names. Like Tia's 1, but like 2 and 3, like Alex Suzanne got 38th, right? And we're like, dude, I mean that's it, all right? As far as her making the podium, but if Laura withdraws, Emma Lawson's only 30 points ahead of her.
Right.
Right? It's not like it sounds really bad at 38th, but her getting 23rd leaves the door open. And I'm saying to like other people, like Alexis Raptis could get 2nd place. You know, we have a hint of something that Alexis Raptis is going to be very good at.
Maybe.
You know, potentially an event win. And like it leaves the door open to other people, other women that we did not see doing that well at all. You know, Emma Tall is going to be great at this event, and she was great at the run swim. Emma Tall is going to be like in the running for 2nd place, and she's a good runner. We're about to have a lot of running. She's going to be 2nd place almost easily, and I don't know if she gives that up.
Here's a comment from Glee. Emma Lawson posted a video earlier, and she seemed to be somewhat scared of the swim. She might be good in the pool, but it seemed like she didn't like the idea of swimming
Didn't
in the
she?
open
No,
water.
but hang on. She won events at the Teenage Games in Monona, in Madison, so I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah. Brooke Wells, 25th. Shelby Neal, 26th. Carolyn Stanley, 27th. Elisa Fuliano, 28th. John's favorite South American athlete, Andrea Pinheiro, 29th.
Way overperformed. Way overperformed.
He's going to say that the entire weekend.
No.
Or underperformed in some cases.
Maybe she took a booster before that event.
Could have.
Shot up some blood. She's blood doping.
Flu booster.
Try to at least be conspicuous. when you
Okay,
make
I'm sorry.
accusations.
Georgia Pryor, 30th place. Self-proclaimed not great at running or swimming.
Probably a good event for her, honestly. Like if she got 30th place. Abigail Doman
Just
won.
as I said that a Gemma Rader sounds like a swimmer, Domit does not sound like a swimmer.
Whatever, bro. Y'all said she was going to be great in this event.
I don't think I ever said that.
And she's not.
As you like to, as
I
the
wanna
phrase
say-
that you like to use, she's a thick thing, and I did not think that does
Dude,
well in the water.
She's good looking, I'll tell you that. But this makes it extremely hard.
Historically, a good indicator of a swimming
This-
ability.
Right.
This
Man,
ma-
you're good looking. I bet you fly in the
This
water.
makes it extremely hard for her to be top 10, top 5 that a lot of people wanted to call for her.
Yeah.
Just like with the men. You know, Abigail Doman doesn't have home runs. Her thing is she doesn't have holes, right, except swimming. And if
Evidently.
you're not Vellner, who's got home runs, and you're going to be 8th place across the board, 8th place starting with a 31st, that doesn't equal top 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Next 2 events, great for Domit, though.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, for sure. But great for her is 8th place. They're not home runs.
What's up, Pedro?
Just like, so there's more than one person has commented about the fact that we're treating this normally. And I think that's going to be the theme for some people for the weekend is like, how can you just continue? It's like, what
are we supposed to
You
do?
tell me what you'd like to happen. Do you want to just have a black screen and we're just staring at the ground looking sad? Like, the competitions continue. The athletes have elected and the company has elected to continue the competition. Our job is to talk about, analyze, share, promote the athletes, the competition.
Well, maybe
So
that's
for
what I'm
us to-
saying.
for
None
us
of
to
us
not
feel
do that.
good about this.
No, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
Yes, it was one of the worst days like of my life.
Right.
But you carry on because it's your fucking job to do it, and that's what you're supposed to do. So the people who are commenting saying, I can't, go fuck off and watch something else. Like, I'm sorry, Spin, if I'm swearing on your show, whatever, but people are just so dumb to think that we are loving doing this. I can't believe I'm seeing you guys sitting around joking around. It's like, okay, yeah, switch back over in an hour. We'll just cry for you. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want us to do? People are saying that people grieve in different ways.
But
This
don't-
is what
don't
we're
accept
doing.
this, yeah.
Like, this is what's happening.
No, like-
so go. If you don't want to watch it, go, because this is what's going to happen for the rest of the weekend. I'm not going to address it again, but I just needed to say that because, like, we are upset and we are hurt by this, but, like, the alternative is this somber thing where everybody's just crying. What's that going to do? How is that benefiting anyone or anything?
It's like, if somebody in your family passes away, like, there's shit that needs to get done. You have to do the funeral stuff. You have, and right now we're in cover and move situation. We have to move forward. We don't feel good about it, and that's why I said, like, also on my Instagram post, like, this might be the last moment that we all know this sport the way it is. So fucking move on for 5 seconds and enjoy the sport, because it's going to look different. So just enjoy it.
Anyway.
Yeah, F off.
Jeez, John, calm down.
I have a lot of emotion
No need
about
to
this
use
that I
ladder
haven't
words.
shared, and it's just like, hey guys, let's just put down the guns for 5 fucking seconds.
Yeah.
Sorry. Good. Thank you, Pedro.
No, thank you, Pedro. 30-second, Sung-Yeon Choi.
I don't know.
Claudia Gluck,
Sounds like a
33rd.
sushi dish.
fellow Irish countrywoman,
She said.
Emma McQuaid.
She said once. She said if I see the number 20 beside my name after the first event, I'll be happy. But I'm expecting to see the number 30. So I think she
Okay.
is exactly where she thought she would be.
Oh, she is?
She's afraid of water. She doesn't like swimming.
Doing away with the
That's
next
why
two
she's
events.
stuck on Ireland. She can't get
Yeah.
out.
She wanted to move to the UK but can't.
It hurts her doing away with the next two events as well, because Amanda 45 is something that she would have crushed.
Yeah. 35th, Victoria Campos. 36th, our favorite athlete on the women's side, Dewan Young.
Yeah, underperformed. I expected a top 5 from Dewan Young here. I'm joking. This is where she's going to be.
At least top 10. 37th, Danny Spiegel.
Only 3 positions off the prediction.
Expected.
I can't find out. I can't see if Danny has done anything to compete or continue on. I know she was one of the athletes that did walk out during yesterday's
I don't
meeting.
think we were saying the names, Brian, but
We are now.
Yeah,
We are now. Again, like I don't know what she's done. She's blocked me, so I can't comment. So maybe somebody else has seen.
I'll
But
text her.
Who's blocked you?
Miss Spiegel.
Oh.
I'm not blocked by
All I
Spiegel.
saw
Well,
her-
then maybe you can find out if she's posted.
All I
it.
saw
She
in her
won't.
stories
She
is
won't
she
talk to
posted a GoFundMe link and like a
Did you,
broken arm emoji or whatever.
Did you change your name to Ice Cream? I think she'll answer your text message.
I don't think that's the case either.
Dude,
That's
rough.
38th, Alex Gazan.
that's a surprise. I didn't think she would be great at this event, but I didn't think she would be last.
That one's gonna hurt for her again. But like
Miss
With-
Feesy Goffey over here.
a bunch of great events, and she can bounce right back up. And so
Yeah,
If she doesn't-
Kyra Milligan,
Kyra
6 minutes behind
last
the next
place,
person.
Lexi Neely.
Again,
That's so far.
I think another person who didn't expect to do well.
No.
But that's
no,
a huge
but
no.
like it's just so
Yeah.
much different.
You think she's? I'm sure if we asked her, I haven't talked to her, that she would be like, "I'm happy that I finished."
I wonder like if you're doing a race, right? And if your last place gets a set point, if it's not like lower points the worse you do, it's just like, okay, I'm last.
Yeah.
I wonder is there a point where she was like, oh, I'm in my
take my
position.
time.
Oh, I'm just chilling.
Like, screw it.
I'm just chilling.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
overexert myself. What's the point?
Well, that swim, I don't think you're chilling. I think she's just trying to
trying to
make
get across.
Yeah.
it. But the run for sure.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
Like, what's the point in killing myself? And still
No,
come
like
in
Brian
last?
did last year with the 5K. Like he just jogged.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Individuals start up in 40 minutes. I think we're
take a break.
I think we're going to take a break. The Spin Cast watch party will kick back up on, we'll do 12 o'clock with 20 minutes. Then we'll walk through our Heat 1 picks and then watch the action live. So
Get your picks in Heat 1.
right. So we will be back here in 20 minutes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.